Hello everybody, I am Jedi Jack Penguin and welcome back to another LEGO Harry Potter review. So today we're going to be looking at set number 76410, Slytherin House Banner. This set includes 349 pieces, retails for $34.99 when it released back on March 1st of 2023. To be honest, I much preferred the Hogwarts Moment sets compared to these, even though we do get all unique figures in this set when it comes to like student designs. I just think that the Hogwarts Moments were much better executed. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't built any of these yet. This is my very first one. You guys can expect reviews on all 4 different designs by the end of March. But as far as the approach for these goes, I think it's really interesting because A, it gives you somewhere where you can actually put the finished model compared to the books, which I just have sitting on a bookshelf, but these you can actually hang on your wall, so you don't have to worry about finding a shelf space for these unless you want to show the interior, which I don't really know if I'm going to do that. Really, the main desire to these, in my opinion, has to be the minifigures, other than I guess you do get a really neat print on the front of each of these. As you can see, banners, all 4, one for each house. We also get 3D images, this lenticular background, which is going to be really interesting to see how that works when it comes to this set. You'll get one of those customized and unique for each and every house. And as you can see, we have a nice little Slytherin common room background, which I think turned out fantastic. This is probably the best of the common rooms in my opinion. They really captured the look of the Slytherin common room. At the end of the day, this is probably going to be the best set of all 4 of them. Within the box, you get a total of 2 numbered bags, 4 loose plate pieces, your lenticular background, as well as your stickers and instruction manual. The first piece that I wanted to look at here is this lenticular 3D background, and as you see as I move it side to side, look at that motion. That's really interesting. I think this is such a cool and unique concept and definitely makes these different and unique compared to the Hogwarts Moments. Next up we have our sticker sheet. We don't have too many stickers, which I appreciate. We'll talk more about those when we look at the final model. And our instruction manual is actually rather hefty, a lot bigger than I expected. Same old ugly render from the very front. Back you get your win guy. Piece count for 2 pages there. Really cool to see those pieces featured on that. And lastly, we have a quick advertisement with all 4 of the different house banners, which I'll be reviewing, all of which, as I said before. To start off our minifigure selection for this set, we have none other than Draco Malfoy, who is exclusive due to the arrangement of parts. Now, the torso piece we have actually seen before, however, that facial expression is a brand new print for 2023, and I love it. Look at that facial expression, so happy that we have something brand new instead of the reuse one that we've been getting for the last few years. Now, as far as the facial expression goes, you have an unhappy look from the front, which definitely fits Draco very well, but from the back, we have a sort of scared, sad, crying look. Really, my only problem with this figure has to be the yellow hair now. Honestly, just wish that they would go for like a tan, like you see for the eyebrows there. We have like a dark tan. I think that would have worked a lot better instead of this bright yellow. Just doesn't feel right for Draco in my opinion. And you can also see the dark green highlights on the outfit. As I said, we've gotten that torso piece before. As a whole, facial expression is definitely the highlight. For the very first time ever in LEGO form, we have Pansy Parkinson, which is a character that I never really thought we'd get in LEGO form, though I'm pleased to be mistaken. We get both a brand new torso piece as well as a new facial expression, which really fits her figure well. You get a little bit of a smirk from the front of her face, though still she looks rather stubborn. From the back, we have another face that I think I really like for her character, with an unhappy scowl from the back, and you can even see it in the eyebrows. Now, looking at the torso piece, you can see that we have like the dark gray that's underneath the black cloak, as well as the dark green still continuing that Slytherin style for her robes. And we'll take off the hairpiece so you can take a better look from the back. Hairpiece for her figure is nothing new. We have seen this before on other characters from like Lego City, and I think it still works very well for her character. And wrapping up our figures, we have Blaze Zabini. This particular version is exclusive due to the arrangement of parts, though we have actually seen him before within the Hogwarts Room of Requirement, which released alongside this set. Now, as far as the outfit goes, I really love that LEGO has included this sweater piece inside each of these banner sets. I think it's really great, though at the same time, as far as color combinations go, they all have the same exact pants color of this tan, which I don't really feel works well with all of the other colors. You'll hear more about that when we get the Hufflepuff. But anyways, really happy with that torso print, despite some color combinations that are unavoidable within other sets. We only get the one facial expression for his character, as the hairpiece doesn't cover up the full back side. And as I said, hairpiece and facial expression you can get within the Room of Requirement set. Hairpiece originated from the LEGO Marvel CMF. With the minifigures out of the way, it's time to shift focus to the banner, or at least the common room build before we get to that. Within the set, we get a number of small accessories that can be used with your minifigures. Like for example, we have this nice silver goblet, which you can give to Draco if he's trying to give a toast or something. Really neat. Of course, can't have Slytherin without a snake inside this set. I don't know why it's here, but it's here. We also get these two smaller builds where we get these sort of green lights here, which I think fit very well within the common room. I'll show where those are stored in the build later. We get this small table build, or I guess this is sort of like a side table, I'm not really sure, where we have this, which I believe is supposed to be some ink. We also get like a quill to go with that. You can actually place that within the stamp piece upside down. I think that works very well, how they were able to make that. And we happen to get Slytherin's locket, which I guess is nice to get it within a cheaper set, but still, why is it here? It just doesn't really make any sense. And finishing off those side builds, we happen to get a table, which consists of two of those minifigure stands from the CMF, as well as a small chair, which you can nicely sit one of your minifigures in. Like you see there, put Pansy inside that seat so she's sitting down. There you go. Very nice and easy. Full black color scheme there, sort of blends in with the legs, but doesn't really matter to me. Now, bringing the common room back into focus, you can see that I left the lenticular background in there. We're just going to remove that real quickly, just so then we can take a look at the build portion. You can fold this out completely just to take a look at the full building mechanism that we have here, just a full 1x1 system other than the back, where you can see that we have these tap pieces that help hold that lenticular background into place. You can also see that we have a number of holes, just so then you can see that peeking out. Now we get a Technic connection from the very base. This is to create the bottom parts of the banner itself when you fold it all up, but these are meant to actually stay down when it's in the common room formation, just to give that extra support to the model, which I think works well. We also have those hinge pieces across the back, just so then you can actually move and position this any way you want. You can even bring it full on enclosed, which I actually really like how it looks. Really, my only complaint now is the fact that there's just this weird triangular shape being formed. I wish that this was completely filled out. That's really my only complaint when it's like this, but in most of the pictures it just shows it folded out slightly like this. Placing the background right back into the situation, just so then we can talk about all the different features all at once. This is supposed to represent the entrance to the common room, where we actually get some stairs. I think that's really neat that they included that, though there's really nowhere to actually exit, which is disappointing. We have some stickers. We have a small little Slytherin logo, a skull, as well as a fireplace. You can see that there's an open stud there, so then we can place some of the accessories, as well as clip pieces. We have this, which you can open up to reveal that Tom Riddle was here. We have some lanterns and books, a portrait of Salazar Slytherin himself with his snake wrapping around. I think that's kind of cute. We have some eyes poking out from the top, as well as a view of the underwater scenery, and you can see a little bit of, I guess, where the merpeople are keeping the hostages, maybe, over there. A small reference to that, and some fishes. I think it's really great that they include this. This is definitely the highlight of that lenticular background to me, just because that screams Slytherin as well as these translucent green pieces for like the fluorescent lights. If anything, that's probably what makes me like this one the most. Moving down here, we have some more sticker references, a portrait of Snape, the head of house. We also have, I guess, a Quidditch award shield, which is interesting, as well as a dueling club, maybe, reference there. We have a reference to that hand, which was in Borgin & Burke's, which is cool that they included that here, as well as a reference to one of our past gimmick sets, the Divination Hogwarts moments. I think that's really interesting that they included that. We have, I believe this is supposed to represent a mirror, though it's not reflective. And we also have some other smaller references, and we have some spots for your characters to sit if you don't want to have them sit on, say, the chair that's included. Opening back up the instructions, you get a page that shows where you can place all of the different objects in order to store them within the banner. This is probably my favorite feature, where you can actually hide the table through that hole there. That's really neat. And this allows you to actually fold this up nice and neatly. Nothing will interfere as you close it all up to reveal the actual banner build. Now, lifting up those two bottom flaps there, you can see that that forms the triangular bottom shape of the banner. We also happen to get this exclusive 6x8 tile print with the Slytherin snake, and I love the shine to that. This is a really cool print to get, one unique to each set based on what house you get. We also happen to get a brand new tile mold, which is this 2x2 decorative one, where you can see it's sort of like cut off from the two sides. That would make it a 2x2. I think that's really interesting. I believe this color also comes in one of the other sets. And yeah, pretty much as a whole, really happy with how the banner looks. We also happen to get the hanger from the very top, which you can see this is sort of like the Lego art hangers, though it is a different piece and something unique to these banner builds, at least at the moment. And I'll show a quick picture right now of what this looks like hanging on the wall. If I have time to build the other ones between now and posting this video, you'll also see the other ones hanging alongside it. But yeah, happy that this frees up some shelf space. I'm also going to spin this right around just so then you can see the back of this, just how that looks if you're interested. It does look rather ugly, and this part does love to slide up and down the lenticular background, which is one annoyance. I do recommend removing it from the situation if you're going to leave this as the banner, and I also recommend removing these so then they don't fall off or anything. Even though it does show you storing them there, it doesn't mean that they're not going to fall off if you bump into this or anything while you have it on display. So overall, for $35, is this set worth it? I mean, if you're a Slytherin and you want something nice to display on your wall, I definitely recommend this. As far as the minifigure selection goes, it is one of the better Slytherin minifigure selections that we've gotten. You get two characters technically for the very first time. Blaze we did get in the Room of Requirement, though it's nice to get him in another cheaper set. Draco even has that brand new facial expression, which I think is probably one of the better facial expressions that we've ever gotten for his character. As far as the common room build goes, I think it's one of the best versions just because it's very accurate to the source material. I love how we get that little sneak peek of the underwater situation. And even some of the references in there I think are really neat, and I expect Harry Potter fans in general will enjoy them. So yeah, that's all that I have to say for this video. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, what your thoughts are on this set. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't upload a new video. So yeah, that's it for now, and I will see you next time. Bye!